This week on HermitCraft.
Oh my word! I don't even know what to say. I didn't even see that thing.
Welcome to the HermitCraft Recap. My name is PixelRiffs, our writer is LoyXP, and we may be the only people who managed to prank Iskall without even being whitelisted on the server. If you don't know what we're talking about, here's a clip from some time ago when we decided to make a joke at Iskall's expense. Ah, silly Tango, everyone knows that Iskall is Danish. Well, lo and behold, it kinda spun out of proportion when Tango Tech got a hold of it this week. As a final payback for the flag of Sweden on his base, Tango has built a giant box with the flag of Denmark on it, right on top of Iskall's headquarters. The extra kicker is that the box was additionally filled with anvils and rigged to self-destruct, unleashing a rain of anvils on Iskall's base. We don't know for sure if we're the ones responsible for the idea, but we'll take credit for it anyway.
I'm not freaking Danish. Oh, that's why my frame's so bad. Crap! I hate that it's nighttime right now. That is insane. Oh my goodness. Oh.
Payback will have to wait though, as Iskall is still dealing with the aftermath of Mumbo's Diorite Reaper prank. To further teach Mumbo a lesson, Iskall buys out all the slime from his slime shop, yeah, 3 diamonds, that'll teach him, and covers Mumbo's drone in slime blocks, Iskallium blocks, with a floating snot ball in the middle of his newer base, too.
What on earth is this? I mean, Iskall joined the server and just told me all this. And then left.
Realising it looks kind of alright in that place, Mumbo swaps the snot ball for a gorillas-inspired floaty island with a windmill for the land turn forever hand in hand. As a quick act of vengeance, Mumbo adds a scythe to the Diorite Reaper, and he also starts a redstone mini-contraptions museum in his newer base, rather surprised that some of them actually work. In another bit of viewer interactivity, Tango Tech tears down the chicken cooker made for Scar and replaces it with a monstrous mechanism of foul slaughtery. It's overcomplicated and somewhat productive, and it runs the risk of crashing the server with floaty arrow entities again. But he'd have to do better to out-redundant Scar himself, when the master of the base tears down the entirety of his western railway station, only to rebuild it exactly the same on the other side of the railway. At least this allows him to add some more decorations and visually useful pieces to the place, like the interior with beds that kill you if you use them. Scar also gets hired by Impulse to decorate the lawn and the driveway of Stark Mansion, all the while False gets hired by Impulse to decorate the interiors, only the best for the Iron Man of the server, as long as the book money can pay for it. Both TFC and Joe Hills are working on their Patreon hauls this week, so that's one way of getting on the HermitCraft server as a terracotta observer block-faced pillar. Joe's 7-nation army rises in numbers significantly, albeit with placeholder gravel soldiers, and looks quite impressive from up top. And yes, it is actual terracotta, since the server is now running on the snapshots of the upcoming 1.12 update. Rev up your cement mixers. Which, now that I think about it, is exactly what Azuma and Iskall both did, right before realising their concrete mixers are no match for a simple hold concrete powder in your left hand trick.
And then stand at the front here and put this in your offhand, right? So let's swap it over, and then grab your pick and hold down right click and hold down left click at the same time. And that is the same thing done an insane amount of times faster.
Well, at least the concrete colour converter still works. New blocks come in handy when Azuma finally follows up on the Void part of his username. That's right, it's back to the Middle of Emptiness Void base, and it gets a much needed upgrade, looking all mysterious and Enderman proof. Sadly, in the end, it doesn't even matter. False Symmetry plays around with the new blocks too, and the greys and the whites fit perfectly into her base laboratories. Concrete proves surprisingly buoyant too when she uses it to build a research submarine, to research the aquatic life of the HermitCraft server. All 2 species of it. Okay, 3 if you count that time Scar became a squid.
That's big. There's no way I could fit in there. I mean, I'm not large, but you know, it's quite a tight spot.
Wells Knight decorates the portal room in the Ice Spikes biome. We aren't sure why, but the cold never bothered him anyway. In the event of a century, Rendog and Iskall finally fire up the Hermitron packaging machine, releasing the first batch of Hermitrons upon the server. Sadly, the thing Murphy's Laws itself out of working properly, leaving Ren with only the manual setting for now.
Hold on. This here isn't manual. This is the personal touch run.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Everybody
about.
wants a personal touch, you know?
Still, the Hermitron booster packs get delivered to everyone's bases. At this rate, it'll probably have more active users than Pokemon Go. And to send off this episode with a bang, we have CubFan. The volcanoes of his wasteland are now rigged to erupt with TNT every now and again, and holy cow does it look impressive. Zloy, slap some Nightwish on it, it's way worth the content ID notice.
Right there. Yeah, there we go. Now that's an explosion. Beautiful. Oh, snap. Okay.
Sadly, the second eruption ends up destroying the redstone mechanism, but it's not like it can ruin the landscape in an obsidian-covered biome. And that's pretty much it for this week's recap. My name has been PixelRiffs, and our writer is ZloyXP. You could do us a favour and check out some of our own content in the end cards right about now. Leave a like to support the channel, and subscribe so you won't miss next week's recap. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.